Hello again. This is a reading and a short reflection for Wednesday the 29th of April, the feast day of St. Catherine of Siena. The reading is from John chapter 6, beginning at verse 35. Jesus said to his disciples, "I am the bread of life. Whoever comes to me will never be hungry, and whoever believes in me will never be thirsty. But I said to you that you have seen me, and yet do not believe. Everything that the Father gives me will come to me, and anyone who comes to me I will never drive away. For I have come down from heaven not to do my own will, but the will of him who sent me. And this is the will of him who sent me, that I should lose nothing of all that he has given me, but raise it up on the last day. This is indeed the will of my Father, that all who see the Son and believe in him may have eternal life, and I will raise them up on the last day." Jesus is the bread of life. He's what is essential to nourish us, to keep us alive in the deepest sense, to sustain us and strengthen us on our journey through this life and in the next. This is as close in a way as John gets in his gospel to a point where Jesus founds or institutes Holy Communion, the Eucharist. Unlike Matthew, Mark and Luke, John doesn't have Jesus saying those famous words at the Last Supper. And here instead he says, "I'm the bread of life." He's just fed a crowd of thousands with loaves and fishes. They're hungry for more food to fill their bellies. And he says, actually, what matters most is I am what will sustain you. Catherine of Siena, an incredible mystic and political mover and fixer. If you read a bit about her, you'll realise that she had great influence with popes and people in high positions, and yet she lived an ascetic life, a joyful life, but an ascetic one. And towards the end of her life, she more or less refused any food and drink apart from the Eucharist. We might not want to go as far as that, and at the moment, we're not in a position to share the Eucharist in a physical sense at all. But perhaps that extreme attitude on her part is telling us something important. We are offered what matters most, day by day, not just in bread and wine, but in every aspect of this world which is essentially sacramental. In other words, which shows us God, shows us Christ over and over again in people and creatures and places and situations. We are offered what matters most. Can we see it? Can we receive it? Can we be thankful for it? See you on Sunday.